And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 14 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. First carry for James Conner. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, here's Pierce. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and it's now 3-0 Texans. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Mix it on a slant.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Bengals had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. picked off by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Tannehill. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson out the good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well. But they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Play action. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. This brings it in. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal. A loss of 7. Big play. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. This is caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Going for it with Pierce. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call, because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. 2nd and 10 now. Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Burrow looking to pass. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First down. Here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill fighting Hockenson here on the out route. So the completion good for 6 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. Burrow will throw. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and goal. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. The lead now stands at 13. The drive there will expanding 3 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill. And that is incomplete here. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And that's complete to Shepard. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and 10. Joe Burrow. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time. It ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Burrow's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop at 14 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again, Tannehill. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. Tannehill on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field. Second half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that 1st half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to get that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Well, they found him 8 times in that 1st half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Burrow. This one is incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try and run right on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figured out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. So far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Pierce now up the middle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now in the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the 1st down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 30 yards. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll go option to the short side. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. This is Mixon on the draw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Now it's Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got this to Pickens. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Personal foul. Safety. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass. Yeah, they call pass interference. And somehow you're going to decline it.
I'm so confused. So they get the 3, but you're wondering now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Tannehill. On the catch, it's Crowder. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Here's Tannehill. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was.
Now Burrow loses the football, but I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was, and they'll keep possession of the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Four yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing, Burrow. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Now Burrow. And this one's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw, Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that,
that's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 7-yard touchdown grab. Tannehill. Pass called by Crowder. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tannehill to throw. He's got Conner. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Cooks has it over the middle. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Here we go. Here we go.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Tannehill. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Devin Bush picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still could prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Watch out for Hill on the return. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return. You can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. On the option left, it's Burrow. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Bengals bring out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Connor. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert this. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They picked up a 1st down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a 3rd down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it. Because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the...
Cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like